Showtime, my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shogun Zorra and thank you for tuning in. It's been quite a long time since I have made a video like face to face. And it's because I was on holidays, so I had 6 weeks holidays. Okay, yes, 6 weeks holidays in Germany, and also my SD card broke, so I couldn't do face to face videos. That's why you had like the previous video about upcoming fall autumn anime without my face, yes. But we're back again, so I'm trying to produce usually one video per week, and this video is going to be on Wednesday, so yes, and the next video is going to be on Sunday as usual. So every week I will try to keep up with my intention to get one video per week. But enough with the talk, let's start with the video. The video is about manga versus anime. We have heard a lot about discussion about what is better, the manga or the anime. Why should you read the manga? Why should you not? But it's different. But let us talk about some few points where the manga is better than the anime. One of my points is imagination. The thing is with the imagination is if you read the manga, it's black and white and you don't have any audio. That's why if you read the manga, you can imagine yourself how the character will look like, how the environment will look like, more like with color or character, and especially with the character voice, you can also think how they would be voiced. Because if I read a manga, each character has a different voice in my head, like personalities, so I think it's kind of cool. And then sometimes in anime, if you hear the character voice, it's kind of disappointing because you would expect them to have a different voice, I would say. And sometimes the character looks very different from your imagination with the color scheme, the outfit, hair, eyes, and it's kind of interesting. And sometimes in manga you can see the characters like in sometimes the color pages or in the cover, but rare is only for like specific main characters. Like other characters, like they are kind of cool but doesn't have a lot of spotlights. You can imagine yourself how they will look, and then later in the anime, if the manga gets adapted to an anime, you can see how they would look like. My second point for the why manga is better than anime is filler. Technically, filler, if you don't know what filler are, is basically episodes that doesn't continue with the story of the anime and has unnecessary stuff, and it's just there to fill in some gap for the animators, yes, so they can produce later on episodes that are focused on the story. Now that you know what filler is annoying. Filler is especially annoying. Like example, you are watching a fight of specific moments in the anime, and then next episode you wait 1 week for the next episode and you see it's a filler episode. The filler episode that doesn't have to do anything with the story in general, and that's annoying. And that thing is that doesn't exist really in manga, because in manga everything that is there is part of the story, and even though it's not that engaging, I would say, like sometimes after a big fight scene it's kind of chilled out, and it's not kind of filler because these specific stuff that's going to happen in the manga is important. Because if they were not necessary, then the manga artist wouldn't include this in the manga. So everything ties in somehow together, even though it's sometimes slow, but you don't have filler, so everything there is connected to the story, and that's good. Not as in the anime, because you have to wait 1 week extra again to see how to continue how to continue the story. And sometimes it can come a filler arc where like 30 episodes only unnecessary stuff, like and sorry my voice, my voice, I'm sorry. And yeah, you know what I mean, right? The third point I have is the expression of the manga artist, the mangaka, from the manga. Because the problem is sometimes with manga get adapted to an anime, they change completely. Sometimes they change the character interaction, they cut stuff out, and that is not good, because the manga artist did this extra, like this. His or her attention was to give the reader like this kind of feeling like how the character should feel, and sometimes they change it in the anime and it's really annoying, or they censored some stuff that's also really annoying. And yes, and sometimes it's really annoying. Example is if the character has like a specific sign on them or did something specific in the manga and they change in the anime, and later on the stuff that the character did in the manga with the specific sign it's important and they change the anime, then they screwed up. They technically really screwed up. And sometimes the intention of the character's feeling is portrayed differently in the manga than in the anime, and this is problematic because the manga artist, the author, the story creator did this with intention to feel to get the reader's feeling in, and in the anime they change it, and that is wrong, just wrong. And the other point is that I have is technically my final point is the pacing. If you read an anime or watch an anime, if you watch an anime, sometimes the pacing is very, very slow. Like some small stuff happens and the character doesn't do anything. They stare at each other, music plays, the opening. See, an anime has about 20 to 25 minutes of episode. Then they have the opening, the ending, like both together are already 3 minutes. Then the narration, the preview, and then it's about, yes, and this can take a long stuff, and the anime characters are sometimes not doing something, they just stare at each other, they talk sometimes, look at each other, and the pacing sometimes is slow, and sometimes the pace is way too fast. Sometimes if the characters talks, sometimes if you read the subtitles, it's way too fast to catch up, and that's annoying. Or when multiple people talk at each other, you cannot really understand what each other says, or you cannot really keep up with the reading, so you have to pause and read usually and then start playing, and that's the experience is not as good if you could just watch right through. But in the manga, everything is there. You can read how you want to, because sometimes if you are a fast reader, you can read everything through fast, and you don't have to wait like 20 minutes compared to the anime where you have to wait. And if you're a slow reader, you can take your time and read through everything, and that's good for you because you want to have the best time as usual to read and to experience the manga, right? Basically, you decide how you want to read or enjoy the show, basically the manga. That's another point that I wanted to say, because it would be like manga is more expensive. Manga is less expensive than anime, but it's different for each show, for each story, I would say. Like Fullmetal Panic, if you want like on Blu-ray, the 24 episodes is about £40, and a manga could be, let's say one manga Bleach with 10 chapters, it would be about £5 to £6. So I'm living in the UK, and that's why it's £5, and that's why it could be very annoying. But if you have like a streamer platform like Wakanim, they have €5 per month, and they have like Shonen Jump, they have £2 a month, and yes, it's kind of different for each other because you can also download on each other. You can read you can read, watch it without any internet. And there's also Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll has both, so it's kind of unfair to say which manga is more expensive and less expensive than anime, because it's each different for different shows. Technically, that's it for the video. Basically, a part 2 will come where I will talk about why the anime is much better than manga. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome back again to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the time. Please don't forget to subscribe and punch the like button, and see you next time. And don't forget, life is Showtime. Peace.